back to 120 Minutes. This is Matt Pinfield here, and joining me are the guys from Green Day. I'm here with Mike, Trey, and Billy Joe. Always gotta love that video for this teeth pulling thing. Just amazing, you know?
My friend Paul, he was in a band called Monsula, and his teeth were all rotten from because he had some drug problems. But he
crystal meth, it's an illegal drug. It's you know,
it's a legal drug.
We have to mention that it's illegal.
It's ill.
So people know what's going on. But it does have it rots out your teeth, the enamel. Does some serious damage.
Yeah. Well, he was. I wanted to get somebody to do the to get their tooth extracted, but I couldn't. You know, nobody I could think of came to mind. And then one day he kept coming to my house, and we used to be hanging out and stuff. And he was like, I'm getting my tooth pulled, blah blah blah. I was like, hey, wait a minute. So then I called Mark Core, and I was like, can you please film this? Like, we're getting his tooth pulled. And he was like, for what? I was like, oh, we'll talk about it later. Yeah.
That's great. And you've worked with Mark a lot over time as well.
Yeah,
Mark
he's
here. By the way, Mark, great director, and he's going to be doing a new video for you guys soon too, for Good Riddance from the new album Nimrod, right? Mm-hmm. That'll be out really soon, which we look forward to. We'll be talking more with Green Day. Right now, stick around. We're going to take a look at their latest video. It's called Hitching a Ride in 120 Minutes. From Green Day. Now, Nimrod's a great album. It's got 18 songs on it, and there's a lot of stuff going on the record. Was it an effort that at that point you said, you know, let's put out a record that has a lot of tracks on it? Was it because you had so much stuff written at that point? Decided to make it almost like a double album?
Had a lot of stuff written.
Yeah, we wrote like 40 songs or something within a period of like a year and a half or something. So there's like a real like natural progression through that time, and so we just picked and choose the best from it, pretty much. It's normally that's normally what we do, but you know, this time it's just more songs.
Yeah, I mean, you've always done that. You've been really prolific as far as that goes. There's a lot of songs on all the records going all the way back. Let's talk a bit about some of the guests that you have on the record. Now, you have the horn section from No Doubt. Beck's father, David Candle, did some string section stuff. And Miss Hayden, of course, formerly from That Dog, since they recently split up. How did you come to choose on those for guests on the record?
Well, they rock, basically.
That's cool. Just like mutual acquaintances and stuff, you know, and just kind of, Billy had met Steve and Gabriel, you know, horn players, a couple times before that, and we all knew Petra from hanging around here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's just more like, you know, let's call in people who actually play with bands, you know, and understand what it's like just to go in and do their part as a band member, you know, treat them like band members. And,
Yeah.
We were going to use Beck to do the string arrangements, but we went straight to the source, man. We chose his dad.
Now people are going up to Beck going, hey, aren't you Beck's dad's son? Cool. I like that.
He looks a lot like his dad. I've seen pictures too.
Yeah.
Looks a lot like his father. There's no question about it. We'll be back with Green Day in just a bit. Meantime, check out the top 10 singles on alternative music around America this week. Welcome back to 120 Minutes. Matt Pinfield here with my special guest, Green Day. Recently, you were doing an in-store at Tower Records in New York City. Let's talk a bit about that. It was mayhem, right?
Yeah.
Did you perform live too? You did a whole show?
Yeah, we played for about 40 minutes.
yeah, we're supposed to play for 20, but couldn't shut us up.
No.
Yeah.
You just getting warmed up.
Yeah, we ended up like spray painting on the walls and defacing other bands'
Little displays.
and
I like your little band.
just like all the. Yeah, we're gonna be hit up with a pretty hefty bill, I think.
I heard about that. Was it true that there was a part of a drum kit actually
Yeah.
thrown through a window, glass window there?
Well, it kind of didn't go through it.
Weird things.
Didn't go through it.
It kind of went off a balcony somewhere and landed.
It was in the air longer than you could say Matt Pinfield is hot.
Well, you know, there you go. Marketing is going to kick that over. But yeah, I love that idea, though. I think that's great. You got to be able to break things up a little bit. Any band in particular you defaced that we can talk about, or you want to?
Pretty much anyone and everyone who got in our way.
Yeah, it was,
some really bad record
I know.
displays. destroy the new Yanni.
Worth mentioning.
Right, we have 120 minutes debut from Rancid. It's from the double live album recorded at Tibetan Freedom Concert, which includes performances by Sonic Youth, U2, Bjork, Beastie Boys, Radiohead, Blur, and a ton of other bands. The song was originally done by the legendary reggae artist Jimmy Cliff. The soundtrack to the movie. It features guest appearances by members of Slackers and the Stubborn All-Stars, those two ska bands. Let's take a look at it from the Tibetan Freedom Concert. Here's Rancid and The Harder They Come, new in 120 minutes. Tune with the title track to their new album, Come to Daddy. Right here in 120 minutes. I'll be talking more with the guys from Green Day in a little bit. Let's take a look at another one of their videos, so don't go anywhere. Back to 120 minutes. Matt Pinfield sitting here with the guys from Green Day. That's what I meant to say, of course. Anyway, let's talk about Billy. You built a studio, didn't you, in your house in the time between Dookie and Insomniac, right?
Yeah, just like a little place, and I basically just record my friends' bands like the Criminals and Black Fork, Dead and Gone.
Who are Alternative Tentacles, right?
Yeah.
That's one of the most recent things that you produced, actually?
Yeah, but we actually did that in the city with this place called Toast.
Right. In San Francisco?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And how about you guys? Did you do some kind of thing? You have a porta studio over you? Or is
I'm still saving up egg crates.
We just to soundproof the walls?
Yeah, have my dad save them for me. He's got this diner. This California diner. That's the truth.
Does it really? Where is
Yeah,
it? Is it
in Willits.
In Willits? Where? How far is that from?
It's like 3 hours from the city.
Your dad was actually on tour with you guys around that time at Dookie for a while. Is
Yeah,
he
I
not
was on
doing that
restriction. It's like the only way we could pull it off, like me going on tour, because I was busted for illegal drugs. I was in big trouble.
You couldn't get off restrictions, so yeah.
I had to bring my dad.
Was that really? So that was it? They told you that was the situation? You had to take him. So it was almost like house arrest.
Kinda, yeah.
We took turns spanking him.
Did you? Good spank. Listen, I'm fun. I love that. Listen, Nimrod is the new album that is out, and you should definitely go and check it out without a question, as well as their older albums. Like Dookie, Kerplunk, Insomniac. They're all excellent. What can I tell you? You know? Stopped at happy hours, everything. Well, that's the combination, the combination of records and EPs stuff. Anyway, let's take a look at the video from Insomniac. That's Walking Contradiction. And I'm glad you guys are still in good shape after making of this one.
Danger!
All right, thanks a lot for coming by.
All right.
Take care, guys.